Well, countless Vol fans will be turning in their jerseys for formal wear this weekend. When Tennessee has a bye week, people get married without having to miss a game. Reporter Shannon Smith introduces us to a bride who snagged this open weekend. Shannon.
Well, Amanda Kopman is a Knoxville native now living in Seattle. Even across the country, she knew getting married in East Tennessee in October was risky if she couldn't book a bye week.
UT's football bye weekend is the busiest weekend for wedding venues in and around Knoxville.
We always know it's going to be booked. We know not to plan anything else.
Trevor Stockton is the executive chef at RT Lodge in Maryville. He's worked there for 8 years and sees people vie for this weekend every fall.
As soon as the schedule comes out, we're getting calls, even in the weeks leading up to the schedule coming out.
And it's a fight to snag the date so you don't have to miss any of this.
And apparently it was like a mad dash and I came in first, so I'm really excited about that.
Amanda Kopman is one of about 20 brides who tried to book their wedding for this weekend at RT Lodge.
Planned a year and a half in advance, waited until the schedule came out, and then booked immediately as soon as we heard the dates.
She won the booking race and is getting married tomorrow. There are two main reasons she and other brides pick a bye weekend to get married. Availability of hotel rooms.
When you look at rooms in Knoxville for game weekends, it's just absolutely absurd.
And people's attention.
I was worried that no one would come to the wedding, from like my guests from Knoxville, that no one would actually show up if I had my wedding on a game day.
For those couples who couldn't score a bye week and are getting married on a game day, some advice for the groom.
Even if it's in the middle of your wedding, please make sure to pay more attention to your wife than you do the football game. It will definitely be worth it in the long run.
Yeah, that's some good advice, guys. Well, RT Lodge staff says UT fans are not the only ones fighting for that same weekend. They have some diehard Georgia fans who are trying to book the Georgia bye week in the future.
Shannon, thank you very much.